Ryan, what is going on in crypto right now?
Man, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling poor. I don't even know where to begin, man.
Dude, I literally slept in my car last night. The motel that I was living in night by night kicked me out because I couldn't afford to pay for it anymore. I need to know, do I cash out on my ETH right now at 2,800? Is crypto winter coming? Are we going to find out on this episode today? Are
Yes, sir.
you going to tell me?
I'll tell you everything you need to know, Logan.
I can't sleep in this car for much longer. It's a lease also, and I'm going to be homeless if ETH hits 2,700.
I can't even afford to pay for Twitter Blue to prove that my NFTs are real.
Okay. All right. If you guys are new around here, this is Moon or Bust, your home for all things crypto at Benzinga. We have a great show prepared for you today. Despite the fact that the markets are in the shitter, I'm honestly not stressing. I think that this is awesome, and I want it to go a little bit lower. We need to see a flash crash with volume before we can turn around, and I'm hoping that it's getting closer. It feels like it's getting closer. But yeah, okay. I'm totally lost that we didn't do the regular intro. Ryan, do you want to kick us off? All the links in the description, the usual stuff that we ask the audience for while I get my thoughts together real quick.
Hey, man, I'll give a preview of today's show. We'll be talking about Twitter integrating NFTs. We're going to, of course, be going over the crypto markets. We're going to be playing a little bit of the new Bored Ape game that released on iOS and Android. Stay tuned for that. Farming some ape tokens. I don't really know if these will be worth anything or if there's another game coming out, but we will definitely give you the 411 on that. If you guys aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. Do us a huge favor. Also, while you're down there, smash that like button. But yeah, we should get right into TradingView. Maybe look at Bitcoin first and look at Ethereum. And later on in the show, we're going to try and pick some altcoins that should outperform Ethereum in 2022, at least hopefully, as long as we're not in this crypto winter that you speak of, Logan.
I'm getting pretty cold. I don't know about you, but I don't think it's quite winter time yet. Here's the chart, Ryan. You can see we are trading at $38,000 for one Bitcoin right now, $38,000 for one Bitcoin. And people are freaking out. All right. That doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, 2017, 2018, people were buying the top at $20,000. They were never more bullish than when they were buying the top. Here we are at double that, and everyone's freaking out. Why do you think that this is?
And I mean, everything's about perspective in crypto, right? A few months ago, we were at $60,000 and everyone was screaming for 100K. Now we're at 30 and everybody's screaming for 20. I mean, we're not at 30 yet. I hope we don't get there. We broke through 40. We're trading right around what, 38? I can't see the numbers on there, Logan.
It is $38,389.
Yeah, I mean, we're about below the bull market support band, and I think as long as we're below that, we're going to be bearish. That's the simple moving average and the exponential moving average for the past 20 weeks. That's where I want to see us to get above to be bullish again, but we're a far ways away now. I'm not really sure, Logan. Do you know what that's at? Maybe 50,000, 51,000. We are starting to trend downward, so that's going to start going down with time. It'll start getting closer to the prices we're at as long as we move, relatively flat over these next few weeks.
Yeah, this is a good indicator to look at right now. We came down below it for 2 months, ripped right back up, bounced off, hit a new all-time high. Now we are down. We've been down there for about a month and a half. I think that it could be, another 2 to 2.5 months. But I do think that within the next month, we will see that big volume crash that I was talking about.
This isn't the big volume crash.
No, this
bro.
is not the
Is that
big.
what you're telling me?
That is what I'm telling you. This is not the big volume crash. This is not the worst of it, and that should excite you because you can still place buy orders below the current price.
So should I sell at this point? I'm down like 30-40% on my fungible tokens. Should I cut my losses? Should I just hold at this point? I think we could be close to the bottom. I haven't bought during this dip yet, and I said I'll start buying once we break under 3,000. Now we've done that, and I want to stick to my plan, buy some around 2,700, and then if we go down to maybe 22 to 2,300, I'll start buying again. I really don't see us going much farther down than that, though.
Okay, so let's talk about ETH real quick. I bought the dip at 3,500, at 3,000, at 2,500. We're not at 2,500 yet, are we?
No.
Okay, thank goodness.
Do you have a buy order set, or are you just planning on doing it?
So here, this is what I'm getting to, right? So, I already bought all the dips and I ran out of USD. I have no stable coins left. And so I have a couple buy orders placed below current market prices, below where we are today, that I hope will get filled. But at this point, I'm going to be holding on to my investment. I would not be selling ETH for fiat at this point. I mean, there were so many people that were bullish when we were up here at 4,700, 4,800. They were never more bullish in their entire lives. They were saying, "Hey, is now a good time to get into crypto?" I said, "No, you should wait." And now it's at 2,700. I said, "Yeah, this is a good time. You should get in now." And they're scared. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. They're bullish at the top and bearish at the bottom. It's classic. But not us. That's not how we're handling it. What do you guys think though? Drop a comment down below. Are you bullish or bearish right now? Smash the like button while you're down there. Goes a long way for us. But Ryan, are you going to be selling your ETH right now?
No, I'm not selling any of my ETH. I haven't been selling my ETH over the past few months. But I am looking to buy. I am looking to buy right around these current price levels. I think I will make a buy order today around $2,700. There we go. There we go. And I want to do another buy order right around 2,200 to 2,300. If this flash crash happens that you're talking about, Logan, I will be prepared and I'll get that buy order filled.
That is what we like to hear. If you guys are willing to share where you have any of your buy orders placed, I promise if you drop them in the chat, I won't front run you. Ryan might. But I'm curious to hear. Robinette Gant in the chat says bullish bear. Bullish bear.
Bullish on bears.
Care to elaborate a little bit more? I'm curious. But yeah, so that's Bitcoin, that's ETH, that's the market in general. Let's take a look at historically these volume spikes that I've been talking about that are needed to turn around the market. Okay, so March of 2020, this volume spike, right? Oh, wait, my screen's not on. 1 second. Bear with me. All right. Here we go. All right. So I'm not sure how well you guys can see the details, but I'll try to make it pretty obvious here. So this is March 2020. This volume spike marked the end of the crypto winter. And without it, we would not have been able to have the run that we did throughout the rest of 2020. And we did all throughout last year in 2021. We saw this big volume spike was a turnaround point in May. We saw that we tried to turn around here, and it took an extra week or two. But you can see these huge volume candles that are different than the weeks leading up to it are what we are looking for to signal a turnaround. We need to flush out all the highly leveraged traders so the price of Bitcoin can move up more easily, right? So the bulls, they don't want to be paying out all of these leveraged traders who got lucky, got in at 40,000. They're going to only be willing to pay the ones that had their buy orders, their long orders placed at $30,000, maybe even maybe even a little bit higher than that. But we need to see that liquidation cascade coming through the open interest before we can turn it around. And we have yet to see that. Historically, that's been important. We haven't seen it yet. That's why I think that it's going to get worse from here before it gets better. But that is actually exciting me more than anything else.
So, Logan, you've made it clear that you think a flash crash is coming in the coming weeks. What price do you think Bitcoin's going to if we see this crash?
$4.
$4?
No, I'm just kidding. I think the lowest we'll see on Bitcoin is, okay, what's it at right now? $38,000. I don't see the flash crash going below these wicks, which were $29,000. But I don't know if they'll even get there to begin with. Excuse me, maybe the bottom of this candle line right here, 31,000. Even that's going to be tough. But yeah, I think that if you place it around 34 to 36,000, and I never recommend putting your whole position in one order, right? That's just not good advice in general, right? You want to DCA, you want to give yourself room for error. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I think the 34 to 36 range I'll be able to be happy with, and it won't be too painful in the short term if it does continue to go down, maybe even to that 29 level. But I don't think breaking 30,000 is all that likely at this point, especially because of the inflation rate. What do you think, Ryan? Could we go below 30?
I don't think we can go below 30 without a long-term bear market ahead of us. If we do break $30,000 and we see a candlestick close in the $20,000 range, I'm going to turn bearish over the next few years. I don't think we can break that without having a long-term crypto winter that we've seen, right after 2017 into 2018, 2019, and even 2020 before we turned around. So that's going to be bad news bears for anyone investing in crypto if we do break below that $30,000 range. But I don't see it happening. I think we could get there and hold it as support as one of the worst case bear scenarios here. And as long as we can bounce off it, I think this bull market can continue, especially on a macro level.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question there. If say we do go below 30,000, even if it's just for a brief moment, and we immediately wick back up, does that change the macro sentiment, the inflation, the push towards a safer store of value, the potential approval of a Bitcoin spot ETF and institutional FOMO? Do you think that a cheaper price will scare away the institutions, or make them even more excited and more hungry to send some volume in?
I don't think institutions care about candle wicks too much. I don't think they're liquid enough to be placing buy orders when Bitcoin dips below $30,000 for a few seconds. And like I said, I'll be looking for a candlestick on the weekly time frame to close below $30,000, and that's when I'll get bearish. I think we can see a high volume flash crash that could go below $30,000 as a candle wick,
Yep.
and then we'll quickly bounce back up. But even in that scenario, I don't think it's that likely to happen. I think we could go down maybe to 31, 32, 33K in the event a flash crash occurs. I mean, this could very well be close to the bottom where we are. We're almost 50% down from our all-time highs.
You know what's interesting here is looking at the difference between this top and this top, and then this bottom and this bottom. Maybe we'll see a pattern here, some similar size difference. Now this is a log chart, and I'm completely talking out of my ass, but I don't know necessarily. Like I'm not convinced that we are going to reach these levels once again. So if we do, it's 100% on the table. I wouldn't be shocked, but I think that, if we're gonna continue to keep, let me just draw a line to show you basically what I'm thinking about here. This more or less. And the line that I drew, we've already broken down below, but that doesn't really concern me.
Now, what if you extend that line going back into 2019 to that COVID dump that we saw earlier? Does that change the narrative?
That is a good question. So you think right
Not
here?
not in 2017, but
Oh
you can
yeah,
you can
you're right. Hold on. Like this, you thinking?
connecting the two bottoms of the bear market. Obviously, that would be
This point right here.
right. So yeah, I don't think that says too much because we haven't hit that line in a very long time.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to draw it and touch this wick, then it looks like we're in for a bounce sometime soon here. But, this is just a random line. I wouldn't give any weight to it.
You can always draw a line at the bottom of a candlestick, for a little bit of therapy when the markets are crashing, right? You say, "Hey, that's support. We're at support, guys." The line
And,
says so right
and
there.
the best part about that is, Ryan, if you draw a line, you use it as therapeutic support, and then it breaks below it, it turns out not to be support. You could just
simply
redraw the line.
simply lower it down.
But yeah, this could be potentially, interesting.
And
Um,
Robinette in the chat says he's buying more if it goes to 32K. I agree with you. I think that's a great price target to get in Bitcoin at. That's more than 50% discount from the all-time highs. And so far, if history is any indication, nobody buying below all-time highs really gets screwed in the long run.
Angela wants to know, so are we screwed? You're only screwed if you sell. Mitch says, Money Mitch, I see you out there. Just redraw it. That's the way to go, man. That's the way to go. You're looking at 20K. Get out of here. Get out of here, Mitch. Get out of here. 20,000 US dollars it can barely afford a McDonald's cheeseburger these days,
Let alone one Bitcoin.
let alone one Bitcoin. Okay, so if all these fungible tokens, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're all in the shitter, where are we going to make some gains, to have some fun right now, Ryan?
Non-fungible tokens, Logan.
Ooh, non-fungible tokens. What's a non-fungible token?
They confuse me a lot, but I mean, they're non-fungible. They're tokens instead of being fungible. Let's look at them, Logan. Everybody knows what NFTs are these days. Twitter integrated NFTs. Your favorite celebrity owns an NFT. It's on everybody's minds, man. I can't go anywhere without talking about NFTs these days. It's kind of crazy. But I mean, we've had some really big drops this week. Heap Beast came out at a 0.2 ETH mint, and now it's trading at 7.8 ETH. So that's $600 investment in the mint is now worth over $20,000. That's insane gains from a $600 investment. And guess who called it out? Our boy Henry Stater, who is writing our premium NFT newsletter.
Heard it here first.
That is awesome. But guys, I will be honest with you, for drops like this one, you will have to put in the work. We will give you the info, but basically I think everybody who did get it was whitelisted. So you're going to have to be joining these discords, be active, and get a whitelist spot. But I mean, the opportunities are endless. You just saw this one example from last week, and this happens every single month, at least a couple times, where you can spend a few $100s and make thousands on NFTs. So I'm not surprised. This is where the attention's at right now. Everybody's talking about them.
Yeah, Henry made some really solid picks last week. Unfortunately, the one that I got in on the Australian Open Art Ball. I'm a big tennis fan and player myself, so this was my favorite, and it was also pretty cheap at the time. This is the only one that I got from last week's NFT Pro newsletter, and it hasn't done a whole lot yet. I'm waiting on the Australian Open to pump my bags on national television. Just some advice to the brands out there: if you're going to take the ETH of all of your fans and users and give them some NFTs, you might want to pump them. Otherwise, they're not going to buy them in the future. Okay. But we'll see. We'll see what they have coming. There's still another week and a half, 2 weeks left in the tournament. And hopefully my gains don't get deported like Novak Djokovic. All right, Ryan, anything else from the newsletter you want to talk about?
No, I don't think so. I'll shout out C012 because that was another winner from the newsletter. That mint was 0.15 ETH, and now they're trading for about 1.5 ETH. I think you can probably find it right here in rankings.
A little bit of a dip.
Okay, yeah. So we've seen a dip, but it's still trading at 1 ETH. So, I mean, that's 5x returns. Really great returns if you can get in on these mints. I mean, that's the way when you're getting started with NFTs. Get in on these mints if you can, and you can find some really big profit opportunities, and then maybe use those profits to get in on some NFTs on the secondary markets.
Ryan, if I click the second link in the description below, will I be able to sign up myself for this newsletter and get a free NFT from Benzinga?
Man, I really hope so. Is that the case?
I don't know. Somebody out there in the chat, find out, drop a comment, let us know. And if you guys would be interested in like a giveaway of this newsletter, let us know as well. We're gonna be putting a lot of work into this, trying to make it as valuable as possible for everyone. So drop a comment down below. What could we do better? What do you want to see? How can we convince you that this newsletter is worth it? I mean, we did 38x on the Hap Beast in the first week, so
that's pretty convincing, I think.
I think so.
Do we need to say more? I don't know. Probably not.
In that case, we will say less.
Nah, I want to say more. So this newsletter, right? It's $27 a month right now. We want to show you guys all the value we can provide, bring in a solid user base to this newsletter, get you guys in on these NFT mints. But there's no promises that we're keeping this newsletter at $27. Okay, there's been talks around the office upping the price maybe to $99, $199 a month, since we are making these giant gains for the people on the newsletter. So if you are interested, you might want to go ahead, get it while you still can at $27 a month. Shameless plug, had to do it.
I mean, as soon as we start putting these returns out there, people are going to be buying them up real quick. We can only hope. So, maybe a little bit of alpha there. Thank you, Ryan. All right. Any other NFT projects you want to look at? Drop them in the chat down below. If you have an NFT project you're curious about, we will pull it up. Inferno Hell says, going to buy Dogelon in 2 hours and 40 minutes. That's very specific. I have no clue why. But if you could explain Dogelon.
I mean, if I had to assume, he's probably putting billions of dollars into Dogelon, so he's letting everybody know to get it before he does.
Oh, you think he's a whale?
I don't know. Does that make sense? Why else would he put this? It's kind of cryptic.
Maybe it's alpha.
Is it alpha? Let
Maybe
us know if this is alpha, please, and I'll invest in Dogelon Mars for the alpha.
Oh, God. You think we're going to see the dog coins come back soon?
I don't think so. I think we have to see Bitcoin come back, and then we have to see Ethereum come back, maybe some more solid altcoins, and then we'll see the dog coins. We just had a cycle with dog coins like 2 months ago, right? So I think they're going to chill out for a while. Once there's a lot of mania in the markets, once a lot of new people are investing in crypto, then I think dog coins can do well again. But I think we have to see the bull market resume and see all the fun, silly investors get their dog coins, maybe 6 months down the line.
All right, so if we go back to, let's see, the past 5 years of Google search volume interest for Bitcoin and Dogecoin, we saw Bitcoin had all of the hype back in 2017.
And we still haven't got there. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did not realize that either. That is nuts. On the other hand, we have Dogecoin putting up a fight in 2020 and 2021. There was a moment there where Dogecoin had more search volume than Bitcoin, despite the fact that both of the coins were running.
Did you catch it?
I'm kind of bullish on Dogecoin. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think that everybody knows about it now. It had the highest search volume ever. Relative to the term last year, and more people are investing these days. More people got access to crypto, to Robinhood, you name it. And they have more access to Dogecoin is the point that I'm getting at. And they see the price. One Bitcoin is $100,000. They're going to say, hey, I can't afford that. But they see a Dogecoin is 50 cents. They say, hey, I can afford that. Price bias is really, really big for new investors. This is why, Shiba issuing quadrillions, hundreds of quadrillions of tokens, even more than that, tricked some people into thinking that it was going to be going to $1. That was the rally cry of Dogecoin. And it's not exactly the same when it comes to these other dog coins with super, super huge supplies. Always keep your eyes out for the price bias there. Don't fall victim, but you can also trade off of that. I see that a lot of the market has this price bias. And so, hey, I say, hey, how can I use this? Dogecoin, right? Elon Musk accepting Dogecoin for the Tesla merch these days. And some of the merch you can only buy with Dogecoin, right? What more value do you need than that?
I don't think you need much more.
Nope, you really don't. All right, what should we take a look at now? Do you want to go some more NFTs? Do you want to go some more fungible tokens? Mitch asked us what Near protocol is.
Near
you know anything about Near protocol?
It's a alternative layer one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know too much about Near protocol. I've been following it on CoinMarketCap, looking at the price action, but I'm not involved with what they're doing. I've never used their ecosystem. I can't really give you an opinion, or at least a good one.
All right, Near protocol down 20% today. Still 23rd biggest cryptocurrency overall. And let's see, what is Near protocol according to CoinMarketCap? Layer 1 blockchain, ETH killer, not really. Let's see, uses human readable account names, unlike the cryptographic wallet addresses common to Ethereum. So wait, it's just like Web 2 with a Web 3 mask on?
It sounds like maybe it's similar to Ethereum with ENS, but they have that already built in, so you don't need an ENS domain.
Somebody tell me, is Near decentralized or not?
Well, if they have decentralized apps, I would assume they're decentralized.
Yeah, but everybody claims to have decentralized apps,
Yeah, I mean, it's a spectrum.
All right, Mitch, Near protocol could be good, could be bad. In my opinion, just generally, the alternative layer 1 investments were last year. This year will be layer 2 2022.
That makes sense.
That's a lot of twos.
Logan, remember when we wrote an article on Near protocol and then a bot copied it and changed some of the words and wrote an article on close to protocol instead of Near protocol?
I do remember that. That was a good one. That was a good one. All right, let's see. What else do we have in the chat?
Twitter integrates NFTs, Logan. You want to show people how to do that? I know that you would have to connect your ledger to actually add your NFT, but maybe if you have one on OpenSea, you could add that as your profile picture. If not, you could just give them the rundown of what happened and how to connect your NFT to your profile picture.
I'm going to try to figure that out real quick. Can you help Mitch? He wants to know, what is a layer 2?
So a layer 2 helps with throughput on a layer 1 blockchain. So layer 1 blockchains like Ethereum where other things are built on top of it. One of the things built on top of them are layer 2s. So they'll take transactions, you can bridge funds to a layer 2 blockchain from the layer 1 and then use it without paying the high gas fees. And essentially what they do is batch transactions together and submit it back to say Ethereum's blockchain all together. So then you only have to pay a few cents in fees instead of having to pay the ridiculous amounts of fees on Ethereum. So if you want to send money on Ethereum, it's probably $10 to $15. If you want to make a swap on Ethereum, then it's probably $80 to $120 depending on the time that you do it. So all this stuff gets really, really expensive to do on layer 1. So mass adoption will likely be coming with layer 2, things like Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism. These applications make it a lot cheaper and a lot faster to use Ethereum's blockchain, and it inherits a lot of the security from it too. So there's not too much downside. The biggest downside I see with layer 2s right now is onboarding people to them. So right now, to use a layer 2, the most common way to do it is you'll have to send Ethereum on the layer 1 network, pay $10, and then bridge it from Ethereum to Polygon. And to do that, you have to pay a gas fee, right? You have to pay $80, $100 to bridge your funds. So every user is still going to have to pay $110 just to get onto a layer 2, unless you do it directly from an exchange. And it sounds like a lot of exchanges are starting to add layer 2 support, which is great to see. I really want to see Coinbase do it. I want to see Robinhood do it now that they're testing their cryptocurrency wallet. And I want to see all the exchanges do it. I think this is where we'll see mass adoption of using these decentralized applications, because right now it's really siloed to only the people that can, afford to pay these $100 gas fees with every transaction.
Which is becoming less and less by the day. What do you think about the argument that layer 1 blockchains are for layer 2 blockchains and layer 2 blockchains are for retail?
Say that again.
Okay, so layer 2 blockchains are for retail.
Okay.
Layer 1 blockchains are for blockchains.
Are for
Are for layer 2s. They're for layer 2s,
for
right?
layer
The base
2s.
layer, the Ethereum mainnet, it's not for retail. Right now, most of retail is paying these high gas fees to use it, but maybe that's not the point. Maybe the point of this big decentralized Ethereum mainnet is to provide a starting point and an anchor for the layer 2 blockchains that will eventually be plugged into it, right? So these layer 2 blockchains, they can handle a lot of the computation off of the Ethereum mainnet, off of the source of high gas fees. Then they group those transactions, they verify them, they do all the hard work, and what it does is it basically takes this much work and turns it into this much work. This is called a roll up, and then it sends the roll up back to the Ethereum mainnet, and it inherits the security, or has the potential to inherit the full security of the mainnet. Important distinction there. Um, the security of layer 2 is going to be something to keep our eyes on this year in particular. What you said about exchanges becoming the default bridges, I think is really, really powerful. We saw Coinbase announce that Polygon will be the first layer 2 they are adding native deposit support for. This means that you won't have to pay $200 to bridge $10 to Polygon anymore. You can just send it to your Coinbase for maybe $5 and then send it from your Coinbase to layer 2. Coinbase will handle the bulk of the bridge fees by grouping a bunch of users' transactions together, I suspect. But like you said, that when exchanges add direct deposit to layer 2 support, nobody's going to want to go to Ethereum mainnet unless they're doing an insanely high value, insanely high security required type of transaction, like Uniswap, with whales moving or liquidity providing with huge amounts. But for the most part, people just want to send money, buy NFTs, mint NFTs. All of this stuff doesn't require the absurd security that Ethereum's decentralization provides, and that costs a lot of gas fees. So I suspect, I mean, personally, just based on what my use cases, I'll be converting to using mostly Polygon as soon as I can. Right now, it's not practical to spend $200 every time I want to send money back and forth between the networks. When Coinbase, Binance, all these other exchanges make this cheaper, we will see mass adoption. Ryan, I could not agree with you more.
And Mitch has a follow-up comment 6. So more efficient blockchain in dumb terms. I would agree. Yeah. So it's basically more efficient blockchain, but it is integrated with Ethereum. So that's the beauty of it. Right now, you could just go over, use Solana. I'd say you could use Cardano, but you can't really at this point. But there's Avalanche, other layer one blockchains that have cheap fees and you can transact really fast on. The problem is there aren't the same decentralized applications built on Avalanche or Solana that there are on Ethereum. And the most valuable applications right now are all on Ethereum. So everybody wants to use Ethereum's blockchain and not so much these other ones because the most liquidity is on it, the most opportunity for high value airdrops. All the big NFTs are on Ethereum's network. So the beauty of layer twos, in my eyes at least, is that you're able to use all of the applications built on Ethereum without paying those high fees.
Yes, exactly. It's not. I mean, yeah, it's more efficient, um, but there are trade-offs involved with that. Typically, like specifically, the trade-off is you lose security because you lose decentralization. The more transactions that everyone is required to verify, the more complicated it is for everyone to be able to do it. Right. And so we'll see a bunch of layer twos pop up with varying degrees of security and centralization. And the applications that make the most sense on each of these blockchains will find their way there in the long term. All right, I know that we were talking about the Twitter NFT verification before we got super sidetracked, but I did figure it out, and I'm going to show you guys right now. Um, all right, let me see if there's a more optimal setup. Yeah, there we go. And if we go like that, hey yo, what about like that?
There you go.
Even better.
The money shot.
Cash money. Um, Spencer, watch out. I'm coming for your job. Step one, okay, is to follow me on Twitter. You cannot verify your NFT on Twitter unless you're following Logan Ross on Twitter. So that's step one. Once you got that, you want to go to your own profile. Okay, navigate to your profile, right? You want to click on your profile picture, click on edit, and then boom, you see here we have the option to upload a photo, the normie style, or Web3 style, choose an NFT. Okay. And if you want to flex a hexagon on all the Twitter normies, this is what you got to do. Okay. So I already have Twitter Blue, but if you don't, at this point, you'll be prompted to purchase it for $3 per month. I guess you got to decide, do you care about flexing on Web2 or are you fully committed to Web3? I haven't made that decision yet. I don't know if I want to verify my NFT. I'm gonna wait to see what my favorite influencers on Twitter do, and I'm gonna copy them.
Checks out.
But let me just show you guys for the sake of what we got going on here today. I have this 24px that I paid way too much for and nobody cares about anymore. So I could select that. I did already connect my wallet, so we probably missed that important part of the aha. Okay, so let's show you guys how to do this here. So you'll be prompted to connect your wallet. Of course, you got to be using Rainbow, the best wallet. That's not sponsored, by the way. That's just my opinion. Okay, so Twitter wants to connect to your wallet, and this is that's not in there. Okay, boom, connect. Then it's going to ask me to sign. I signed, and then boom, wallet is connected. Twitter has access to my collection right now, and you can see that they don't have support for a lot of these projects. Ryan, why do you think that is?
I'm not sure.
I want to make my Uniswap position my PFP.
Yeah, I would too.
Oh, okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Some file formats that are not currently supported. So these Uniswap NFTs that you really can't see here, these are not stored on the IPFS. The graphic is actually on chain, which if you know a lot about NFTs, that might be blowing your mind right now. CryptoPunks are way simpler than the designs for these Uniswap NFTs, and the CryptoPunks weren't even stored on chain until a couple months ago. It takes up a lot more space, and therefore it costs a lot more gas fees every time you want to move it around. So putting it on chain efficiently is something that Uniswap figured out how to do here, and that not many other people have figured out. But that's why I think that you can't use these ones, and I think that it's the same thing for the ENS, which is unfortunate. But if you have your JPEGs with the files stored on the IPFS, like most of them are, then you could just do it like that. You got the hexagon going.
Well, Logan, I've seen some CryptoPunks verify their NFTs on Twitter already, and they're stored on chain. So maybe
it's both.
they're making a fake NFT to do it with, because I have seen some
That's a good
CryptoPunks
point.
with like a different background. So it wasn't like the original CryptoPunk. And I've heard this is a problem so far, right? Twitter's not verifying if you actually own an NFT from that collection.
Look,
before you put it.
verified collection by OpenSea.
Okay, so you have to click on it. So that makes sense. But there are people out there going and making an NFT of a CryptoPunk themselves and then putting it as their Twitter profile picture, and it's a hexagon.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
also slightly less smart people out there who are just cropping their profile picture to look like a hexagon, and then they leave it in either dark mode or light
Are
mode.
they less smart or more smart?
Oh, they're definitely less smart, because only half the population will be tricked into thinking that their profile picture is a hexagon. The other half will have their Twitter mode either light or dark and then see that they just cropped it.
I guess if you say so, but like the people that are just, taking a screenshot of the CryptoPunk, paying $100 to put a fake CryptoPunk on Ethereum just so they can make it their PFP. I mean, I guess they'll probably trick some people, but you can click on it and see if it's verified by
Mhm.
OpenSea or not.
And those are the people you're flexing on, right?
Tho-
No normies are going to know what this is.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
So you're just making a fool out of yourself. So don't do it.
Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please. All right. That's about that. If you guys got any questions relating to the Twitter PFP change, I'd be happy to answer them. Otherwise, we can move right along.
And it looks like Patrick Starr is not living under a rock today. He kept up with the news. 9gag did change their profile picture to an NFT. It was actually a Bored Ape. I did see that today. That's pretty cool. Seems like every other day there's some celebrity or some company that is buying a Bored Ape and making it their Twitter profile picture.
Who else just got one? Neymar? It was Neymar, right?
Yeah. Neymar Jr.
Neymar.
55 million followers on Twitter, too. That's absolutely insane. That's about the same as Elon Musk, one of the more famous celebrities that's gotten into the Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Very, very cool.
With a cool one, too.
Yeah, I've never seen this glasses attribute before.
They've been hot lately.
Oh, should we let's go take a peek. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get my phone out of here and we could take a peek at Serena's 4 attribute Bored Ape. Ryan, what's a 4 attribute Bored Ape?
So Bored Apes have randomly generated traits. Let me stand up because I'm short now. I was out of screen. But yeah, so Bored Apes have randomly generated traits. They can have anywhere between 4 traits to 7 traits, but recently 4 trait apes have been going up in value quite a bit. Their aesthetic is really good. It really shows off the Bored Ape brand. They're not wearing clothes because that's a trait. It's essentially just the fur color, the background, the eyes. And what's the last one, Logan? I'm blanking. Maybe it's not the hair. I think they're bald. It's the mouth. So mouth, eyes, fur color, and background, and those are the only 4 traits the ape has. I think the price floor is around 110, 120 ETH for those, but they are pretty aesthetically pleasing. Serena Williams just got one of a pink ape. So are you about to pull that up so the crowd knows what I'm talking about?
Yes, I am. My rarity tools is not load. Oh, there it goes. Just had to say it. Also, breaking news from Frank. Tesla will no longer accept Bitcoin over climate concerns. This is kind of like when they fumbled the snap, the Michigan State thing. Like maybe the people are gonna troll with this message to haunt us in the future. But hey, better buying opportunities. I'm not complaining. All right, Serena Williams 4 trait Bored Ape Yacht Club. Let me throw my screen share back up. And okay, so let's filter trait count 4. There's only 250 of them. Wait, these are 4 traits? Yeah, these are 4 traits. Okay, so where is Serena's? Serena's looked very basic. It was a pink one. This is gonna take way too long. How come there's only a few per page?
Maybe sort by pink fur.
Yeah, there you go. Pink. All right, here we are. Which one was it? This one? Yes, it was this one. Serena Williams, tennis legend. I don't think she's in the Australian Open this year. Now that I think about it, I didn't realize that before. But her husband, Alexis Ohanian, co-founder of Reddit and founder of 776, the Web3 venture capital fund, has purchased this for her as a gift. And just like the CryptoPunk that he got her before, Yo, where can I get me someone that will buy me Bored Apes? That would be nice.
Just marry someone who founded Reddit, and you could probably be getting a bored ape right now.
There's a lot of compromises going on there that I don't have time to get into today, but this is the 4 attribute Bored Ape. Let's see what they pay for it. 117 ETH. You think that's a good deal? Bad deal? 4 attribute apes are rare. There's only 250 of
I
them.
think it's a good deal. I think they're going to keep going up. I mean, they show off the brand exactly how it's meant to be, and the aesthetic is just so good on them. And it's a pink one, and it was really close to the floor. I think it was a good deal.
All right. Let's take a look. I want to look at my ape right now. All right. The highest floor price, 42.5 or 42. I wish. 22.49 on this M2 fur. Feeling pretty good about that one. Looks like there's a couple around 22 now, providing some support there. If you guys don't use rarity tools, this is a really cool way to see all of the individual price floors for these attributes in one place without having to click around OpenSea 85 million times. But when I said OpenSea, I thought about Looks Rare. Let's take a look at Looks Rare. First, the token price. But if there's anyone out there who doesn't know about Looks Rare, Ryan, can you fill them in real quick?
Yeah, I'm super bullish on LooksRare. It's a competitor to OpenSea, and they airdrop tokens to everybody who spent at least 3 Ethereum on OpenSea over, I think it was the last 6 months. But their business model is pretty similar, but much more decentralized. So OpenSea has a 2.5% transaction fee with every NFT sale on the platform, whereas LooksRare has a 2% fee. So it outcompetes just with that alone. But this 2% fee is not going back to LooksRare like it would be with OpenSea. Instead, it's getting redistributed to the people staking Looks tokens on the platform, which I think is a great benefit. They're also giving away a ton of tokens through issuance over the next 2 years. So if you're staking now, you're earning insane rates. You're earning like 700% APY. I didn't get too much from the airdrop. I got 200 Looks tokens, but I've already made over 20% just by staking. And the token's value has gone up from where it started. I know it's retraced with the markets today, but I mean, it's still looking pretty bullish to me. And I think as long as they can make those features OpenSea has, like sorting by price and maybe a few others, it will really outcompete with OpenSea unless OpenSea does something about it. Dun, dun, dun. We saw a Twitter thread, Logan,
Yeah,
didn't
we
we?
did see a Twitter thread. This is big news, the Dharma acquisition. Um, So OpenSea, I think it is a little bit scared or shaken up by the vampire attack that Looks Rare successfully pulled off. So last week there was an announcement that came out. I have to think that this was in the pipeline for a while before the announcement. But OpenSea acquired Dharma. Dharma is a crypto wallet that has really good DeFi integration. I'd say it's up there in my favorite wallets next to Rainbow. But OpenSea realized that they had a great product, great user experience, and they were true Web3. And so they acquired the entire Dharma team. The Dharma wallet app is now being phased out, and the team is going to be dedicated to making OpenSea a better place. Um, they also had a lot of thoughts on the decentralization or lack thereof of OpenSea. Ryan, you want to run us through that?
Yeah, so the old CEO and co-founder of Dharma actually had a Twitter thread on this, Logan. I don't know if you can pull it up.
I can try to pull it up
I
real
don't know if
quick.
it's too necessary, but I'll give you the TLDR. Essentially, they suggested OpenSea may do an airdrop. That's not exactly what they said, but they said decentralization is something that they think is very, very important to the ecosystem. They talked about fair token, not tokens, but they talked about like fair funding. They really did suggest it without saying airdrop. They said essentially it's back on the table. Obviously, they have a lot of different investors, and they need to act in their best interest. So this is by no means confirmed whatsoever. But for a while there, I said, OpenSea is going to IPO. There's no way that they're doing a token airdrop. They're just too centralized. They're essentially fake DeFi. They work with Ethereum, but all these profits are going back to the owners and the investors. But I think that an airdrop could give them a lot of hype, take some of that volume back from LooksRare, and actually be good for those seed round and private round investors that OpenSea has.
Yeah, I think so too. And also, if they want to, release a token, a crypto asset, which the community really wants them to do, if they do end up doing that and it's not properly decentralized, the SEC might slap them with securities label, right? Especially if there's a way to earn some of the protocol revenue, which I doubt there will be. But fair distribution, decentralization are things that the SEC are somehow figuring out how to look at when determining whether or not an asset is a security. So keep your eyes peeled for that going forward. Airdrop could be a good way to avoid that security label.
Are we gonna play this new Bored Ape game, or are we not doing that, Logan? We got
Oh,
15 minutes
shoot.
left in the show. This just came out last night. It's actually a fun game. Now, this isn't the Bored Ape game that's involved with Ape Token. That's being developed by Animoca Brands, and that's coming out in Q2 of this year. This game is on iOS and Android. Came out last night, and you could verify if you have a mutant ape or a Bored Ape through Bored Ape Yacht Club's website before you got the game. And I guess they're giving out some special prizes. There's also like coins in the game, different levels. So I don't know. If I had the time, I'd be grinding it right now. There could be some special airdrops, some special giveaways. I'm excited to see how they integrate our NFTs into this game.
Or even if they'll do it in the first place. Okay, so we want that one and that one. All right, so we're gonna show you guys a little demo of the Mutants vs. Apes game. You don't have to be a part of the Bored Ape Yacht Club to play this game. It's available to everyone on the App Store, but likely if you want to get any economic incentive, which is not in place yet, but out of it, potentially if it comes in the future, it's probably only going to be for holders. But at this point, anyone can play the game. And so I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. If you don't care, let me know and we can look at some coins. But I think it's interesting to see it at least for a second here. I messed around with it last night. I'm not good at it, so fair warning. Ryan was playing in the car on the way here. He's got the head start. Okay, so basically you move around with the joystick. You get to pick a new power up each time. You can dash with a swipe, and then you shoot automatically only when you're not moving. So I think I'm about to go fight the boss in this
No,
room
you
right
got a
here.
few more
Are
levels
you
left.
sure?
Yeah,
Are you
the
sure
boss
about
comes
that?
at 5 out of 10, and the boss comes again at 10 out of 10.
That's not the.
That's no boss, bro.
Oh
That's no
shoot,
boss. You got
dude.
another thing coming.
Oh. I got 29 coins though.
That's good.
You think that those are gonna be ape tokens ever?
That would be cool.
Whoa. Uh oh. Hit him with the hail.
Are you even
Oh,
choosing your
shoot.
power-up strategically, Logan? Seems like you're kind of a noob at this game. I'm like one level higher than you already.
Well, how about you
Okay,
do it
let's
then?
see.
Which one should I pick?
15% increase. Sometimes too, you actually do have to look at these because it's like 15%, 20% with the same trait, right? So those two are like the same. Maybe just darts kill chance increase by 15%. That sounds like a pretty good one.
All right, we're going for it.
Get some one hit
Please don't
KOs,
let me down.
maybe.
Oh, there's a boss.
Yeah, you gotta like
Oh, frick.
you'll learn.
Dude, this is so hard.
Oh, you have some power-ups you can use too at the bottom there by your ape.
Yeah,
It's a lot to do. And some potions for your health. You need one of
Make
those.
it rain. Oh, those are health potions.
Yeah, they are.
I could have
Those are
used
helpful.
those. Could have really used those. All right, I lost. That was bad. That was poor.
Well, we had
You
fun.
want to try? You want to try?
Yeah, I'll show them how it's
All right. Patrick Starr in the chat says, "How's the Axie doing?" Unfortunately, I have not gotten a chance to play Axie since last time.
So first of all,
No update
Logan,
for
you
you
need to
there.
upgrade your ape in this game because you have 150 tokens.
Dude, I'm
So,
rich.
Do you mind if I just spend 50 of your tokens?
Go right ahead.
Thanks, bro. You're gonna be kicking yourself when these are $1,000.
Dude,
each.
run it back. Run it
Okay.
again. All
We're
right.
level 3 now. We got more health. We'll probably win. Let's see. And I'm playing, which is a big factor. So, Logan, do you think there's actually going to be a financial incentive to play this game, or do you think this is just like a mock-up, something to get people hyped for the actual game?
Okay, so to be clear, I have no clue. I'm preparing myself for the fact that I'm not going to be making money playing this game because I feel like they're going to save it for the play to earn game with Animoca Brands. So I think that this game is, I think they're doing a competition. I registered for the competition, Apes versus Mutants. Obviously, Team Mutants over here. But I think that if you connect your wallet at the end of the game, whenever they do throw this competition, the winners will be able to claim some merch, maybe some
That would be
prizes.
sick. I would want some merch.
Yes, yeah, I would be more than happy with that. So that's basically what I'm expecting to get out of this game. Nothing too crazy. How are you dodging the bullets like
'Cause
that?
I'm good, bro. Get good.
Dude, you are Keanu Reeves in the Matrix right now. But yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up at this point in time. Let us know what you guys
I think
think.
there will be financial incentives for whoever gets like highest in the game, probably, or if there's a leaderboard. But I don't think that there's going to be too many financial incentives to play this game. There is a small probability that these tokens turn into ape tokens, but I think it's more likely that that will be saved for the full game coming out in Q2 of this year. And honestly, that's probably the biggest reason I'm bullish on Bored Ape Yacht Club at this point is the play to earn game. I mean, they can really become a financial instrument by earning ape tokens in a play to earn game. I know it sounds crazy to like probably all the viewers out there, but yeah.
It's also a good way to remove liquidity from the market and remove sell pressure. If you force people to stake their tokens in order to earn the ERC20, if you make people stake their Bored Apes to earn the ape token, if you provide an economic incentive for taking your listing off the market, then there's going to be less listings. That means price go up easy, or easier, I should say.
That's a very solid analysis, Logan.
Thank you.
I might be beating this. 2 more levels.
I believe in
so
you.
Many of them.
All right, everybody, drop some good luck, some good vibes in the chat for Ryan right now.
Okay, boss
he
level.
really needs it. He really, really needs it right now.
Pushing up. Ooh, should I use my last one?
You should save it until you're about to die.
Actually, I'm at full health. I thought it was 100.
Shouldn't you wait for your like?
This is really important. This is the last level. We start over. If we don't choose correctly here, Phantom crit chance increased by 10%. Dagger kill chance increased by 15%. Okay, we're gonna do the dagger kill chance. Maybe we can kill the boss with it.
Money Mitch in the chat. Go Ryan.
Thank you, sir. Okay, let's use that. Oh, I'm so good at this game.
Da-da. Da-da. What
if I get an NFT for every one of these bosses I kill? That would be epic.
Thanks for the NFT, bro.
Yeah, just send it to my wallet since I was the only one able to actually beat this dude.
Oh,
did I?
So close, so close, so close.
Let's go. So yeah, guys, this is the world of investing now. Playing a monkey-themed game on your
Very
iPhone,
nice.
With some expensive NFTs.
What a world we live in. What a time to be alive. All right, that's enough video games for one day.
Let's get serious. Let's talk about some fungible tokens again, Logan. I want to look at some coins that may outperform ETH in 2022.
Oh, hey, yo. Got to reset the layout. Coins that are going to outperform ETH in 2022, Ryan. I thought you were an ETH permabull.
I am, but that doesn't mean there's not opportunities that are better than ETH. I just think risk versus reward is best on Ethereum out of basically any other crypto out there at this point.
All right, give me some financial advice. What's going to outperform ETH?
Well, if I was a financial advisor, I would be advising probably Polygon Matic. I know you're very bullish on that, too. That's something that's been outperforming ETH in 2021, and I think it could do the same in 2022. But yeah, so I'm thinking layer 2s might be a move in 2022. I also think alternative layer 1 investments, so that's your Solanas, your Avalanches, your Cardanos, but I'm not including that on this list. Sorry, Charles Hoskinson, I apologize, but prove me wrong, please. But yeah, so those alternative layer 1s, those layer 2 solutions, and then probably not DeFi, but I really hope. I mean, we've been in a really tough bear market for DeFi tokens lately, so I'm not calling for DeFi tokens to outperform ETH. I think the trend is your friend, and we need to see a reversal on those ETH pairs with those DeFi tokens before I'm going to start accumulating more bags of, Uniswap, Aave, SushiSwap, Chainlink, those tokens. What do you think, Logan?
Well, Ryan, I think that I'm going to make all the investments that you just advised me on, and I'm going to sue you if they don't work.
Well, I said if I was a financial advisor, and don't get it twisted, guys, I am not a financial advisor. So I'm actually not making any financial advice. I know it might seem that way, but it's actually not.
Thanks for the clarification, Ryan. I'm probably
Anytime.
still going to try to sue you anyways. But I agree with you. Layer 2, 2022. This is the narrative that we need to be pushing. Polygon, criminally undervalued at $13 billion market cap. What the heck is going on? Somebody explain that to me. This is the Ethereum version of Solana, right? Scalable, Ethereum native. All the value that's on Ethereum can transfer to Polygon 10 times easier than it can transfer to Solana. Yet we see that Polygon has a market cap of a quarter or a fifth the size of Solana. Somebody explain that to me. Polygon has only raised less than $1 million from venture capitalists so far. Whereas Polygon, pardon me, Polygon has raised less than $1 million from VCs. Solana is like basically all VCs. The sell pressure from the VCs is something to keep your eyes on. It's something to be aware of. Polygon has much less sell pressure from the whales than Solana does. And despite the fact that they're about to do a huge another VC round that investors today will be ahead of, despite the fact that all of this is going on, that Polygon's leading the layer 2 game, that Coinbase is adding layer 2 deposits to Polygon first, baffles my mind. Nobody's paying attention to the Polygon ecosystem right now. I am more bullish on Matic than any other fungible token right now. You heard it here first. I could be completely wrong, though. Polygon could fail. They had a bug that was fixed 2 weeks ago that was literally worth the entire network. All $24 billion stored on the network could have been gone just like that. And there's nothing to stop that from happening again. Maybe there's another bug that's like that. Maybe I'm going to lose all my money. These are the risks that I'm accepting because I think the overall narrative of internet scalable blockchain will be pushed so hard this year. People are going to want to make NFTs. Everybody, all they care about is NFTs, right? They don't know what crypto is. They don't know what blockchain is. They see the picture of the monkey and they say, I want that. They see it on Twitter. They see the hexagon. They say, I want to be like that guy. And if they want to make their own NFTs and not pay $10,000 and 2 kidneys, they're going to need to do it on Polygon.
Or Solana.
Dude, Solana NFTs are like, Thailand Gucci, okay? You get the Gucci from the flea market in Thailand. It's not real Gucci, you know?
So you're saying Solana NFTs are not real NFTs?
I mean, it's up to you to interpret it however you want.
Okay.
But this is just, what my mind kind of, thinks about it. It's like people will see, play to earn game, amazing community, 100,000 followers on Twitter, launching on Solana, and then they turn it off, people are bullish on ETH. They're bullish on layer 2 and especially the shift from alternative layer 1s to layer 2s in 2022. People are really paying attention to decentralization for the first time. And I think that this is a narrative that will prop up ETH and prop up the layer 2s that succeed in harnessing ETH's decentralization. That's my thesis. I could be wrong. Not financial advice.
I disagree with the part that retail investors are opening up to the idea that decentralization is super
No,
important.
not retail. Not retail.
Not retail?
Not retail. The smart money.
Smart money?
Yep. The Fed.
Interesting.
The Fed's looking at decentralization now to see if it's a security or not.
Okay. Yeah, that's important for sure.
People are seeing the outages on Solana. They're seeing outages elsewhere, and they're wondering why.
Well, Polygon has not been a pleasant experience for me, to say the least. I mean, it does go down a lot. I think most of the problem is with MetaMask, though. MetaMask has a lot of bugs interacting with Polygon.
Mm-hmm. And to be clear, the future vision that I'm so sold on for Polygon is not the sidechain Polygon that exists today. Polygon is not one network. Matic is not the native token of just one network. That Polygon has 5 new layer 2 blockchains rolling out over the the next year or 2 or 3. I'm not positive when all of them will be out, but I think that there should be 1 or 2, ZK technology rollups deploying on Ethereum in 2021. This is what I'm most excited for. This is where we can see the scalability and the security together, and hopefully the reliability as well. But yeah, that should be noted is that the current state of Polygon is not the final form by any means. This is a temporary holdover.
You're telling us we're early?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Love to hear it, especially on days like today where the markets are down 10, 15%. Sometimes you just have to hear that you're early. So thank you.
You're welcome. All right. That is all we have time for on today's show. My laptop is about to die, and I need to go place some buy orders. Happy Friday, everyone. Can't end the stream because my page just crashed. So you're stuck with us, I guess. But
let's do the AB like outro for like 5 minutes where we just buy time.
Should you dance? Yeah. All right. Wait, what if I get some choir music for us to dance to? This is a banger right here. There could be more music, honestly.
Before everybody leaves the stream, my Twitter handle is Ryan Onchain. No spaces, no dashes, no underscores, no asterisks, and no forward slashes. Just Ryan Onchain. Sauce me a follow. I love all of you.
Yo, somebody help me. Help. Help.
Yo,
I can't
producer.
turn it off.
I got you. I'm not Alyssa, but I got you.
Thank you, Enver. I appreciate you. Zinger of the year right here, guys.